So here's a question for you. When you buy a condominium, there's always a condominium rider.
Right.
Now there's something new called a condominium rider with a milestone inspection or a milestone report. What is that?
Okay, so remember the Surfside collapse. Florida legislation had to enact some changes to make sure that this doesn't happen again. So now there's a Florida statute that requires all condominiums that are 3 stories or higher to have a structural inspection, and that's called the milestone inspection. Right? So these inspections are required for buildings. Like if you're within 3 miles from the coast, the building has to be 25 years old. If it's further than 3 miles away, 30 years old.
Okay.
So for our area, most all the buildings are going to have 25 years. So these inspection reports, they have to be completed by December of 2024, and they have to file them with the local building department so that the authorities know that these buildings are structurally sound. So they're going to look at the structural components of the building that affect the safety of the building and make sure that the buildings are doing the necessary maintenance, the repairs and replacements in a timely manner, and that they have the reserve schedule in place to do those. So the milestone inspections are going to consist of 2 phases. So the first phase is just going to be a visual inspection. So the engineer is going to go out, give it a look-see, see if there's any deterioration, spalling concrete, anything that's going to be a red flag to them. If they see no red flags, then there's not a phase 2. Okay. Now, if they see some deterioration or something that could affect the safety of the building, then they go into a more comprehensive inspection on phase 2 and then actually do like the sounding of the balconies, the sounding of the structural components, the pilings, just to make sure that that building's structurally sound. So whenever you see that and you're buying a condo, understand that a lot of buildings are in this phase of the milestone report. And if they're in phase 2, there could be a potential assessment to make sure that they have the money available to sound up the building and make sure that it's safe and up to Florida standards now.
Oh, that's great information. So if you're looking to buy a condo, then you would want to find out what the milestone report, what phase they're in, and where they are with it.